Welcome to another live cast on the official Twitch live streaming channel of Forge Lines Forever. On this map, it is. Actually, I don't have a clue what the map is. We
It's
do have a co
Blonks,
commentator
I
with
think.
us today, and it is Kresdy. So, Kresdy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Kirsty. I'm a member of the BC clan.
Which got his ass torpedoed in the last live cast that I did.
Yes, that's true.
So, Kresdy, can you offer any insight into what your team might do?
Um, well, I don't think they've done anything special, any special practice for this map. So no, I don't have any secret insiders for you, but we'll just have to wait and see. Looking at their build orders, Tiep going second air, Cow going second air. So pretty conventional build orders so far. On their team, second air by Morax, second air by Sereniali, and don't know yet from Shino. But should be an interesting game. Not gonna lie, I think it's gonna be slightly in favor of BC, but we can be proven wrong. What about you?
Looking at the last game that BC did with what's the stupid name? I know it as well. Jolly. It was quite an interesting strategy that got used. You covered the map quite well, so I'm expecting BC, which for everyone that's watching the cast is on the bottom. I expect them to be going straight for the islands, as well as the top and bottom ones, and just really limiting the AI clan to just what's in their area and really, really start pushing them in a land spam. Which I see Cow might do, but Cow's gone second there, which he's gone for a bomber. So this is going to be quite an interesting tactic from the front player as well.
Yeah,
Because looking at
bomber
what
first by the
Shio's
front
doing,
player.
he's going full land. So this is going to be quite interesting how the two different match up, really.
Yeah, no, it will be interesting, but I definitely think Fluffy Flower, Banana, whatever his name is, Black Car, and Tiep, they're going to definitely be going for the side islands. There's a lot of mass to be got there, so we'll have to see how well they compete. Um, so yeah, let's see. No casualties so far. Chio's got some units at the front. He's sending over a tank, but we'll see what the bomber first does.
The middle is just kind of annoying on this map. It's just way too flipping bright.
It's very colourful.
Oh, that's not colour, that's just completely brightness. I've just blind you.
Well,
As we can see,
well,
we've got the
yeah, that,
bomber from Cow looking to make the first drop and the first kill.
yeah.
And he has,
And
and there goes the Aurora. So first kill in this game goes to Cow.
with that bomber, let's see how many kills he can get. Any bets? I bet 5.
He's completely missed a buttload there. So,
He's going for the engineers though.
yeah,
So
he's got.
obviously,
Yep,
since he
there's
sent
one
the scout
engineer gone. So
forward.
there's two. I'd say about 4 max because his allies are all got air up now. They've all gone bombers, so it's going to be quite interesting.
Hmm.
And obviously, you can see Chinelli actually mass spamming engineers to go for their side island, and he's got one going straight for the middle. But it looks like Fluffy Flower might just
He does
capture
have a
that, go there
transport
first.
going for there. Yeah, that's one thing I'm noticing. Both players on AIX haven't gone for transports. Both players on BC have transports.
Yeah,
What
I
is
noticed that last game.
interesting is we've got 2 bombers from Senerai and one from Morax, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do any damage, unfortunately.
Cow's interceptor, which has worked quite a plan as well. It's actually taken him down quite well. However, he has been left a bit wide open at the front, but he does have his ACU there, so that's going to be quite interesting. However, we do see Fluffy Flower with the T1 transport to reclaim all that epic mass in the bottom right hand corner of the map, which you can see it's got about how many rocks has it got, do you think, Resdy, without counting?
10? More?
I can see 10. That was just him zoomed in
Yeah.
screen there.
I've probably 20 then. And then it's got some very large rocks as well along the coast. So pretty much whichever if Blackheart gets all of that mass at the bottom uncontested, he's going to have an extremely big advantage against his opponent.
Yeah, it's about 25 rocks all over together. He is using his free engineers to go straight land factory, so he will be setting up a perimeter to stop Chinelli from getting anywhere near that island. And Tep is doing the exact same with his transport as well on the top side.
What we can see from both players as well, Tiep is getting some interceptors supported by a cow to secure the top, and Blackheart has interceptors as well. So any transport drops that might be coming in the future, because Serenai it looks like he's loading up for one, although he's only got one engineer. So yeah, and that is going to the island. That's not going to be able to reach and drop, I think, depending on when Blackheart can see it.
No, but that's just being killed by the look. Yep, there we go. Yeah, Blackheart's just really just doing. You're not going to touch my bomber because you've got no range. As we have a look on the small island right next to Blackheart, aka Fluffy Flower. He is just getting his engineer just to reclaim all the bricks. He's not even bothered with the trees yet. He just wants to suck all that epic bricks up, so he's just going to have a fun day with that.
Definitely. There's a lot of reclaim on this map. If you look at his base, it has a lot of P-gens, a lot of upgrading mexes at the same time.
Yeah, he's also got the attack reclaiming in progress, and his eco is actually not even stalled yet at all, which isn't surprising, really.
You can tell because he's gone very heavy energy. Compared to Tiep, he doesn't have as many P-gens, so it wouldn't surprise me if Tiep, with the upgrades that he's wanting to do, is slightly stalling. Blackheart has been building nothing but power with his ACU since the beginning.
Yeah, Tiep has actually got that much mass, he doesn't know what to do with it. He is running kind of on the border of running out of power. He's got probably 1,000 left, so he needs to get some power generators up fast. If we just look at the middle, we can see that cow, even that went with the interceptor air factory second, he has actually massively spammed land which is rivaling Shui, which actually isn't quite surprising because this team averages score is about 2,150, I believe it is. And obviously Shui isn't actually that quite. He is only rated 1,200, so you can expect big differences, and you can really see it in this game. But however, Chinelli is actually gone T1 naval, so that's going to be a big help to him. And he's also got a T1 bomber right over on the bottom corner, which might cause Blackheart some trouble.
Yeah. Well, I think Blackheart is very fortified. He's not going to be able to do much with it. He might get an engineer if he's lucky. What I also can see is there's a very lone engineer on that island by Serenai. If he's lucky, he might be able to suck up some rocks and deny Blackheart a little bit. It does look like it is on the plan to suck up some.
It doesn't look like it. I think he's going straight for mass extractors. Let's have a look. Yep, he's actually, it's just a lone engineer. There's no command on it, which is quite interesting. It just says it's idle, so unsure about what's that all about. Oh, there we go. He's manually reclaiming, and he's missed that big rock.
Oh, that's interesting. Morax seems to have a fortification on the top. Tiep doesn't seem to have got there quite yet.
Tiep did get there, but he just got bombed.
Oh, I was looking.
He's got a half-built land factory.
Oh, so he's going to want to get on that. If the top side do get that top island, it might even things out a little bit. But I don't see Tiep letting them keep it. But what I will say that Morax, he has done a smart thing. He's built a radar and an AA. So a lone bomber is going to struggle to kill all of those engineers.
Which he has incoming very soon. And Tiep's also got transport heading that way. But
yeah,
what
they need to be
Morax
getting
is actually doing as well,
as soon as possible.
He's actually got artillery spamming around the side of the actual map, so he's going to be looks like he's mixed the middle base, middle island with the two mass extractors and the engineer. Looks like he might be going the long way around to Tiep's base, which is going to be quite interesting.
I would
However,
love to see those T1 arties denying Tiep that T1 naval factory. That would be really nice if he could shut him down there.
yeah, and however we got Cow which has got the gun upgrade, which seems to be the range on his ACU pushing straight into Shizu's base, but however Morax is there with his ACU going T2. So this is going to be quite an interesting development as well in the middle.
Two comms with an army against a gun com and army, so this is going to be an interesting push. As well, Serenai does seem to have some naval in the vicinity. If we look at the bottom, Blackheart, he's nearly got T2 naval factories, so he's going to be pumping out some very strong naval soon. But it'll be interesting to see what Blackheart can do with all of that mass. He has a massive eco advantage, as we can see.
Yeah, with his massive eco advantage, but he does have that T1 gunship, which could have killed that lone engineer that's assisting the T2 naval factory. But however, he's got frigates and subs coming in there to just sort that entire naval factory area out. So
yeah.
Blackheart's really in trouble in the sea, but he is building torpedo launcher now, but it's too late.
I don't think Blackheart's going to be able to... he won't be denied by 2 frigates and 2 subs. I don't see that stopping him, as that... the destroyer probably won't come out in time, but he does have 3 factories.
Oh, this is interesting. We've got a 2 ACU V1, but Shizu's actually got the gun upgrade as well, and Cow's taking a battering off him. He's down to 7,000 health.
He does have a huge army coming in, though.
And that's where Morax and his T1 PD is going to come into play, but Cow's in trouble.
If Shio pursues, though, he will get killed by all of those Aurora tanks. Don't forget, they do more damage than the conventional tanks, so he's going to have to pull back.
That is true, but since this gathered so badly, just one perfectly placed OC will destroy quite a big chunk, and Morax is in trouble now.
I don't think he has an overcharge. Oh no, I think that might have been one. Yeah, I think Morax is going to die and take out that whole army. Morax doesn't actually have an
overcharge at all.
And
he's gone.
He's dead. And that also hurts Shio, so he's going to have to pull back, and Cow's got 2,500 health advantage, so he's going to be able to push now.
Well, that's also going to hinder the top base, because
that would be interesting.
Just being lucky there, that Cow's actually took him out.
Yeah, the top player, Morax, he did have more factories, so if he went and pushed on Tiep, he probably could have secured that top island from Tiep if he pushed hard enough.
Yep, that is very true. So this has just been a big, massive advantage. But there we go. We've got Shiu really just trying to hammer Cow out, but he's not going to win. He's Shiu is in trouble now.
Cow was very close to getting an upgrade. Well,
Shizu's gone.
Yeah, and Shiu is dead. Well, this has been a rather quick game. I don't think that Serenai is going to be able to take them all on his own now. If I was in his position, I'd be thinking what I could do.
T1 Air Factory, yeah. It's the only advantage he's got is the T2 Destroyer. Ooh, that might actually tip the turn, that.
If he can kill Cow with it, maybe, but I don't see it happening. We've got a T2 Destroyer nearly finished from Blackheart. Well, I will give Serenai, he's definitely done an ample job at scouting. I haven't not seen scouts fly about that middle area.
Yeah, and he's also scouting his entire sea as well. So he's literally just gone scout crazy as well on this map. He knows exactly what everyone's doing in your clan. He knows what's happening everywhere, which is quite good.
Not a lot he can do about it, though.
No, there isn't, but them Jesters and the T2 Destroyers could do a big damage to Cow if he used it correctly as well, which it's coming in the middle, so he's going to get rid of them Auroras, or at least try.
Cow's backing away. It looks like he's going to head back to his base. He wants to get on the other side of the ocean where that destroyer can't fire at him, I think.
Yeah, that does look like a good idea.
And
Although,
he'll be
yeah.
protected by Tiep's navy then, so there won't be a lot he could do.
However, Shinai's really just fortifying his base. He's actually building shields and T2 point defense, so he's just going to really fortify his base. Obviously, Tiep's got T2 slingers inbound on his base, which has been quickly dealt with without a
Yeah,
hitch.
not sure why he went the T2 slingers. I could see the point to pick out mass extractors on the outer islands and whatnot, but he definitely, the bottom team definitely doesn't have a stupid amount of air control. It does seem to be, Serenai does have air control at the moment, but I don't think he can do a lot with it.
No, he just can't. But he is using his gestures to full effect and trying to kill a few of them auroras, just to
Yeah,
try and
that's
smoothen the
good.
damage over just
He's
a
got
bit.
one jester at 6 kills. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be taken out by some by some inties.
Yeah, Serenai's just in pretty much turtle mode at the moment. You can clearly see the only thing he's not using turtle mode is his destroyers and his navy. He looks like he wants to go on the offensive there.
I would really like to see a navy battle between Blackheart and Serenai at the moment. I think before that shield came into the fray, they had almost even navy, and that would have been really fun to see. But
But the
now
difference,
that shield's come in, that makes all the difference.
yeah, and also the difference is that Blackheart, aka Fluffflower, has 3 times the mass that Serenai does. A second.
Yeah, he's going to be able to pump out a lot more.
And he's obviously, and you can see him. He's putting all of his engineers on the T2 sea naval factories. So he's going to be pumping a crap load of stuff out to sort the Serenai Sea out. So Serenai is losing a fight, is losing a battle, but he isn't going to go down cheaply either. You can tell he's fortifying. He really wants to take the fight to them. And you can see there you go. Cow is literally hiding in the water now, well away. What Blackheart could do as a strategy is actually upgrade his T2 naval factory to a HQ and bang out battle cruisers. Now that would absolutely spell damage for
I
Serenai's
don't think
navy.
that would be necessary. Really, though, if you look at what's happening in the map, the is already won. They're just securing it at the moment. Although we do see the navy battle going on in the bottom, and he's got 2 destroyers and some frigates.
Yeah,
So
but they're dying they're dying fast really. There we go. Serenai's hightailing out of there because they're actually losing pretty fast.
yeah, but he still has 1 destroyer and nearly full health. The other one is low, yes. But then we've got another destroyer coming in by Blackheart, so yeah, he isn't going to be able to win that. If Blackheart was 1 destroyer less, then the tables might have been able to be turned, but unfortunately Blackheart just has a few too many T1 subs.
Yeah, not to mention the macro that's involved. Serenai's too busy looking at his entire main base. Not to mention what other problems that Tep's got with them slingers directly just above his base as well.
And Tiep has also set up shop in his opponent's former base.
Yeah,
Same with Cow,
and he's just
really, so
reclaiming.
they're going to get a nice mass advantage there. Serenai just turtling. I think if I was in his position, I wouldn't know what to do at this point in time. You've got a tiny bit of air control, but you don't have the resources to go T2 air
Well,
and snipe
at the
someone.
moment, I wouldn't say he has any air control because all the fighters that he's got in the air now are actually running on fumes. So they're just gonna die.
He has some in the bottom.
Oh, yeah,
If you look to the side,
he does
has
have a few
about
there.
a dozen.
However, there's an epic fail that Serenai's just done. If you look at his T2 point defences, they ain't shooting squat of their morals. They're just shooting the hill, which isn't a good idea. You don't really see that, you don't really see that when you zoom in. But when you zoom in and look down, you can actually see the big difference of which you can see. that there's a hill where he's put his PD and any units coming over it as well.
Hmm. Yeah, he definitely has a height advantage at Serenai. Unfortunately, you just can't quite hit those auroras if they're a little bit too far away, as they seem to be hitting the floor.
As you can see, Cow is actually moving it. Cow's just going to go from round the hill by looks of it. And there we go. You've got a destroyer and a cruiser en route to Ceneri's base, along with quite a few gunships that are just hovering on the ground in the air, in the sea.
Yeah, and Tiep also has a destroyer just outside of Serenai's base, just in case he decides he wants to go and attack it with some navy.
Yeah, but Serenai's well aware of that, and he's moving his destroyers and his frigates all the way over there just to take him out, and he's doing quite a fast job of it as well. Oh, well, that
It
T2
looks like
torpedo
Serenai is
boat.
getting Raz at the moment as well. Interesting choice.
Fluffy's already got Raz as well.
Yeah, well, he went.
He went
quite a
massive.
lot.
He's got massive eco in this game.
He has. They're upgrading all of his mexes.
There you go. TF has pulled his destroyers and gunships away due to that impending attack, which actually dealt quite well. That's Serenai's Navy's done, but he's pretty much screwed now. Blackheart is literally going. Blackheart's going all eco on his ass. There you go. Serenai is refusing to quit. He just wants them to take him out instead, which is, well, best way to be. But your clan, Ben, is just Crazy is just really taking the piss out of him now at the moment.
Well, I would have said the previous 5 minutes that they've spent securing their victory, but they really didn't need to do that. They could have just gone in and killed him. I feel that they've just been trying to dominate, maybe take it easy and see what he's going to do. But like you said,
Yeah,
they are dragging it out at this point, as Blackheart, he could easily send in his navy to the position where Serenai is and start bombarding his inner base and win through that, and it could be with a combined land attack by Cow. Really, they're
along
just
with the
all
gunships
ecoing.
and the cruisers, which are coming into play now by Tep. They have just literally been bad in the time. I don't know why they have. They couldn't just. They can just rickroll him, right? Cow could have rickrolled him with all them auroras, and he wouldn't have anything. He wouldn't have been able to stop him.
Mm. I suppose there is one thing that Serenai could hope for if he was really lucky. He could hope. You never know that all three of them could miraculously DC. I'm not sure what the rules
what's
are
the
on
chances of
if
that?
they're going to
If
GC.
they're all going through the proxy, then yeah. If they lose one drop in, they could lose all three of them. But the chance of that happening is very, very, very slim, unless
And
someone
I think the
DDoS the
chances,
server.
and that's what I mean. I think the chances of him winning are the same as all three of them disconnecting. Although we can see Serenai has just finished his Raz upgrade.
Yep. So that's
So-
just going to cause trouble elsewhere as well.
So we'll see what he does with it if he decides to go T3 Air or maybe more Navy. He just doesn't have the resources to do anything, and unfortunately, Tiep is now pounding him with cruisers.
Yeah, the interesting strategy that Sereni could do, instead of building destroyers, if he goes T2 sub hunters, Fluffy doesn't really have anything to counter them.
Well, he has
If
destroyers
he attacked
to
them,
counter
he wouldn't have anything to counter.
He has destroyers to counter them, though.
Yeah, but destroyers don't really do much against sub hunters. I've tried this, and they really, really are crap. Destroyers versus T1 subs. T1 subs can kill it. I've had that before. T1 subs can kill a T2 destroyer.
What we are seeing now is Serenai is sending his navy up to deal with those two cruisers, which will be interesting to see.
Yeah, and we do have Cow preparing an Aurora attack. They are now just taking the piss at the moment in time.
Unfortunately, it does seem that they are toying with him, to say the least.
There's not much. There isn't anything to do unless you got a spider right now. Be
I mean, if you look at their ecos, which I think explains it all, you've got Cowl at an eco of, what's that, 223 mass a second?
Cow's on 241 without any reclaim. Fluffy's on 328 without any reclaim, and Tep's on 297, and Serenai's on 41.
Yeah, that's clearly that they're just dragging it out.
And Tep's even got enough ego to build a T3 just battleship. And he's got another one now, and he's going for battle cruisers. Yeah, they are just taking the piss now. There's no way of putting it, is there really? Then we've got a pause by Serenai because they should have killed him by now. That's the biggest load of bullshit, Crazy, I've heard from your clan for a bloody while. We're just playing safe. Jesus Christ. Any safer, you couldn't do anything.
Sorry about that, I got a call.
Yeah, not a problem.
That's just mean.
So I didn't quite catch that in chat. What did it say? I seen something with Control K in it.
I think they are not. They're just gonna. I think Tiep is considering to kill him. He's, building a destroyer, not a destroyer, a summit class, and he's got two of them. One of them's just standing outside of the harbor, and he's got a battle cruiser at 50%. So he's trying to do something, but really there is nothing that he can do, Serenai, to stop that.
No, he can't
And
do anything. And there comes the gunships on his fleet as well, which are just getting absolutely pounded. And he's lost his destroyers in that fight
we
as well.
might see an air battle. This will be a nice little victory for Serenai, taking out those 9 gunships. And it looks like he's pulling back. Will he chase and run into the 2 cruisers? That's the question.
Yep, he will, and he's done it.
Let's see how many not battleships, gunships will he take out though at the cost of all his
interceptors. He's only got 4 left, and he's hightailing out of there now.
And he's lost over half of his interceptors, it seems. And Fluffy has T3 air. That comes at no surprise.
Well, the only surprising thing that I haven't seen today is an experimental in this game.
Yeah, we should have seen that by now, but then you've got 2 UEF players, so Fat Boys won't be great on this map due to he is shielded by mountains, so we could see a GC or a Tsar, but I think the way that they're going to try to win this game just by taking the Mickey is building something silly. I mean, a GC not being silly enough, they might actually start work on a Paragon. It would not surprise me.
Yeah, they've already threatened that in chat, doing a Paragon and all that, so I really don't see the point of dragging this out any longer. He's lost. It's just taking the piss now.
What I would like to see, but it probably won't happen due to Blackheart scouting, is a snipe from Serenai. If he could maybe get Telemazer, that would be great. I would love to see him Telemazer Blackheart, even though that just won't happen.
It won't happen because he doesn't have the power, he doesn't have the mass to be able to do the Telemazer.
No, he doesn't, but if he started building lots of energy, he does have a T3 air factory nearly at minute 24. It looks like Blackheart's pushing in on the Navy front.
Yeah, only took him God knows how long. That's just overkill for his... That's just complete overkill by Blackheart.
It does seem that he wants to minimize the loss of units.
Like that should matter to him. He's on plus 450 mass a second. a few destroyers is nothing in his eco race.
Yeah, his eco is 10 times more than Serenai. That is
Nor a
overkill
hundred
if there
times
is
more,
overkill.
I would say. Just looking at this, Serenai's lost this. The only chance he had is putting his destroyers on land and just long ranging attack from the middle of nowhere. But yep, there you go. Fluffy has actually just destroyed all naval requirements that Serenai does actually have now, and Serenai is literally fucked in a whole world of pain. Is that cow going for a power? No, he's going for a T3 power generator. Don't know why.
A whole line of T3 power generators.
If only Pilot had a clause in this, say if a game's not done by 30 minutes, it's a draw. Now that would be quite funny for Serenai. Just hold out for 5 more minutes against all the odds.
For the team of better players, I have to say that BC, that they have been a little bit mean toying with Serenai for this long.
Just a little bit, Kresdy. I don't think it's a little bit. I think they just they've done it for about 10 minutes now. Even Fluffy's doing T3 transports just to take out his ACU. And he's got T3 bombers are online as well. But Serenai does have T3 air, so this could be interesting.
Unfortunately, the T3 air won't give him anything against that superior naval force coming in by Tiep and Blackheart.
No,
Although we can see easily 100 engineers by Cow producing T3 land.
Yeah, but he's got his SCU producing T1 PD. Why?
Probably to stop a potential snipe, but that does sound a little silly.
That's just not a little silly, that's just downright absurd. Sorry guys, there's not much to cast in this game because the BC clan have just been complete tits and dicks in this game at the end of it. They could have wiped him out 10 minutes ago, but no, they're just being complete tits. However, we've got Serenai going T3 bomber.
We'll see what he does with it.
Although there's no easy targets, the only easy target I would say would be Fluffy Flower that's going in a transport. But he doesn't have any. But Serenai doesn't have any air to kill it.
I am surprised at the mass incomes of BC, all over 500 at the moment, nearly.
Cow's just about underneath it, but yeah, he's not far off.
What I would love to see if Cow does a T3 commander drop. If let's see if that's what he's gonna do. It does look like it. He is dropping very close.
Fluffy Flower is dropping just outside of the base in the water, so the T3 bomber is out by Serenai and he's going a long way around the map. So I wonder if Fluffy Flower is going to get any interceptors up just to cancel this. Yeah, really, he's getting the interceptors up now.
He should enable some the stealth on that strat bomber as well.
I don't think he's got the power to do it. Otherwise he
has Raz.
But he is producing T3 interceptors, T3 bombers, which take a lot out of it.
Well, he has 4,500.
No, you're right. He has got the power to do. He has got the power to enable stealth on it.
And we can see Fluffy's reclaiming the mass of that naval yard, and he's even building naval bases just outside of his base.
He's doing engineers reclaim, which he doesn't need to do at all whatsoever. Here we go.
They are just investing in more eco and more eco. It does seem to be the case.
No, oh, we got the. No, he's not. He's just really pissing them off now. Bombers ain't going for the ACU.
He's going for the energy and production, it seems.
Yep.
I
And it's
really
actually
hope
done the damage.
Blackheart ends it here.
He's at minus 14, 20, 29, so it's done the damage. And he doesn't have any strap bombs left because Fluffy's got his interceptor army up.
And if we look, Cal has a Tsar on 70, well, no, nearly 90%.
85, 86% it's on. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there we go. Maver by Tep, yeah. So in this game, guys, the BC clan are just taking the complete piss. There's no other way of putting it. And they finally killed him. I wonder if that was a controlled K, though.
One thing I will say is this is going to be the last fun game during the clan war that the BC clan could have done, because next week they're toe-to-toe with the OS, and that's going to be the really interesting matchup, BC versus OS, when the winner is decided for the clan war.
There we go. We've got Fluffy Flower is actually got the Billy on his back as well. So yeah, unfortunately, guys, this hasn't been an interesting cast. It's just been a complete waste of time cast coming to the end of this game. If Pilot did put a 30-minute limit on, Sarai only just has to last another 40 seconds and he'd get a draw, which would be absolutely hilarious for Sarai's. And here comes the CZR by Cow. So, Cresty, do you have any thoughts on the plan and strategy that BC have done for the last 10 minutes?
Well, they got an interesting 2 kills at the beginning, and unfortunately, Morax just didn't build a. To put it simply, he just didn't build any storage, so he couldn't overcharge that land. And I feel if they managed to overcharge more of that land, they would have been able to potentially kill Cow. And if they killed Cow and both got away, then that would have proved for a more interesting game. And I think we would have seen Tiep and Fluffy Power play a little bit more stronger.
Yeah, that is the case, and now Cow is just being a complete knobhead.
As soon as those two died early on, the whole team of BC just decided to take it easy. They are really just destroying all of his base, you know, hovering a Tsar on top of him. It does just seem to be they are taking the piss. But like I said, this is their last fun game.
That's still that's no excuse whatsoever there. That's not a bloody excuse.
Serenai could have left at any point.
Yeah, well, I'd rather like him staying it because there's no point quitting, but then there's no point what BC are doing either. I'd rather play with people like Sinai that don't quit and still keep fighting no matter what happens. But then there's just your clan right at the moment just completely taking the piss out of him for no apparent reason. Even with CZR on right above his ACU assisting.
If we look, there's a Maver on 50%.
Yep, that's 70% now. But yeah, Tep's getting a Maver up as well. They're just taking the piss. There's just no other way about it.
Blackheart just building more and more shields, and Serenai building nothing but PD.
Oh, there you go, he's moving in with his SCU now.
Oh, he is going to force a confrontation.
If he can take down one of those shields, though, it would be quite interesting.
Oh, he's building an energy storage.
That's a brilliant strategy, that. Build and control K. There goes the shields.
I would like to see this Maver finish. I do believe they are putting their whole eco into it.
Well, that eco is 1.8k mass a second in a Maver, and Fluffy Fowl's still building his T2 power generators like they're nothing. And it seems to be
Oh, and
only
he's
Fluffy
building.
Flower, which is
They're
actually
building
holiday
energy
drones.
storage around each other. Killing each other with energy storage. That is interesting.
Yeah, Sereni's not stupid, he's hightailing out with her.
Unfortunately, it does take a few seconds to build, and it does take a few seconds to control K. So yeah, but if he walls him in, which it does look like that he's doing.
This is going to be absolutely... I wonder if this could be a double com-bomb.
No, Blackheart has far too many.
Yeah, but
What I would like
if
to
that
see is
turns,
that
though, that's going all up in
that
smoke.
Maver is on. In fact, let's get two screens up. That Maver is on 98%. All of those energy storage around him, if they were to hit, it could do some damage against Blackheart as
Blackheart's
well.
reclaiming the power generators
Oh,
going online. Yep,
And
there you
it
go,
does look
control
like
K and his
he
ACU.
controlled K. Just as the Maver finished. Just as the Maver finished.
Well, I'd love to say good game, guys, but this has just been a piss take, so BC wins, and they could have won it 15 minutes ago as well. Any thoughts on this then, Cresdy?
I think the Maver speaks for itself.
Yeah, that is true. And the CZR and the GC and everything else that goes along with it. Right, stay tuned. If there's another game ready to be casted, we'll cast it, so just stay tuned.